we have a top 5 list for you because we know you love them. We're going to talk about the 5 top cartoon series of all time. Yes, the 5 best cartoon series of all time. Me and Chris, we kind of limited it more to the American cartoon series. We didn't really take Japanese cartoons and Japanese anime into consideration.
That'd be way out of my depth.
Yes. So I have my top 5 list. Chris over here has his top 5. Right over there, this guy. We're going to do a little back and forth, and we want to know what you guys think is the better list. That's what we really want to know. We don't really care if you have the same list as us, or if you have this. We just want to know if we're better than the other person.
Yeah, that's all we care about.
I just want to know that I'm better than him, and I know I am.
Testosterone to the max.
I just want you people to be like, yeah, he's right. And I'm going to be calling people.
Oh, they will be saying he's right.
Yeah, he as in the man with the beard, not the man with the fake beard.
Hey, it's not fake. It just doesn't grow as fast.
Look at this. Look. Ooh.
Yeah, that's disgusting, but it's kind of cool.
I'm not sure. I need to trim it up and like shape it up, but I was like, you know what? Let it grow full crazy.
No, man, I'm going full apocalypse. I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, you can't. I was gonna trim my mustache. I was like, you can't. Full apocalypse.
Yeah.
And so I have to go.
Gotta eat it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like this one time.
Oh, the sides are awful. It's like all in the mouth.
You gotta go. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This supposed to be a cartoon list, not a beard list. All right.
The beard list is next week.
We'll talk about my beard next week.
Tune in for Beard Talk.
All right. Before I get into my top 5, I think we both have an honorable mention we want to just shout out.
Sure.
My honorable mention is Jackie Chan Adventures. Love that series. It
Great
is
show.
So much fun. I still use one more thing all the time, and the magic words, "No more way, no more way."
You do use that a lot.
I love
it's
it.
Really, it's actually true. He's not faking it. He uses it a lot for random things.
It's in my vocabulary of magic.
In conversation, he will say, like if we're meeting about the show, he'll go, "One more thing."
That's my favorite.
And I'm
line.
like, it's still racist.
I'm doing a quote.
It's true. If it's a quote, it's not racist. It's just
it's borderline. Anyway, what's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is, if it had to be one show, it'd be South Park.
Show.
I love South Park to death. It is one of my favorite shows of all time, but it didn't make my list because it's kind of gone a little too much into the we're just trying to get the next episode out, and it's not so much on the funny of the kids, as more as like it's become like the what's going on in the world social thing, which is cool.
More of a satire on public
and it's more like, hey, how can we make fun of this person instead of like the kids are really funny and dopey. But old South Park is what I grew up on. It's great.
All right. Let's get into this. My number 5 is Scooby-Doo. Eddie Scooby-Doo. I don't care if it's the new one, which is drawn weird.
The new one's weird.
The classic one is perfection. They had one where they were like solving a murder mystery with a talking crow. Like any Scooby-Doo, I'm gonna sit down and love. I love these characters. I love the murder mystery. Them running around trying to figure out who done it. It's just a good wholesome show that I love. Shaggy and Scooby, their relationship is something that you want to embody. You gotta at least have one friend that you're like, all right, we're Shaggy and Scooby. That's
that you want to treat like a dog, yes.
Yeah, listen, my dogs get treated just like Scooby. They get Scooby snacks. We go on adventures. It sounds like a fun time. They eat
Are Scooby snacks real? Like, are those real dog treats? Because if they're not, they're missing out on a lot of money.
I'm sure. I think I've seen Scooby snacks like gummies for humans.
I've seen those, yes.
I think I've seen Scooby snacks for dogs. I want to say yes.
It's gotta be.
Right? You have to. But yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is little in that area, but a little broader. Looney Tunes.
Fantastic. It's a great,
love it.
Great
grew up
show.
on it. Bugs, all of them. Wild Coyote. I throw Tom and Jerry in that mix.
You know they're not Looney Tunes, right?
I think they are, Rob.
They are not Looney Tunes.
But they're part of the Looney Tunes family.
No.
Regardless, Tom and Jerry is still funny as hell. There's been many a morning where my girlfriend will wake up and just be like, "What are you doing?" I'm sitting on the couch with like a bowl of cereal, milk falling out of my mouth, laughing at Tom
Of course.
and Jerry.
Well, Looney Tunes Fantastic.
Hilarious.
So let me ask you a question, because you're a poor misguided person who thinks Tom and Jerry is Looney Tunes.
What? Tom and Jerry is definitely in the family. It's Warner Brothers.
Is your favorite Looney Tunes show Tom and Jerry? Or is it like Bugs? Or is it like Wile E. Coyote? Is it?
Probably go. If I had to choose, I'd probably go Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just letting you know, if your favorite out of your supposed Looney Tunes was Tom and Jerry,
they are Looney Tunes.
It's not Looney Tunes, Chris.
Then what are they, Rob? Where do they
They're
sit?
their own thing.
What does that mean? What family are they a part of? They're not Hanna-Barbera.
No, they're not Hanna-Barbera.
So what are they?
They're just Tom and Jerry.
Exactly, they're Looney Tunes. They're Looney Tunes.
Be a part of it. Look,
you're Larry David and the whole thing. It's Looney Tunes.
Look, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Are they Looney Tunes? No, it's its own thing. Just like Tom and Jerry.
Because they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Tom and Jerry is Tom and Jerry.
That doesn't even count. That's not even close.
All right.
I think Tom and Jerry's Looney Tunes. I'm putting it in the Looney Tunes family. Bugs first, Tom and Jerry second, Wile E. Coyote third.
Okay.
And Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn is amazing.
I do declare.
I love all of them. My number 4 now. South Park.
Oh.
So
great.
South Park, it's one of those shows that I grew up watching, and the show, like you said, especially early on, so smart the way they talk about public relations and make fun of it. And the fact that it's still funny today, you can watch those old episodes and still watch it. And the new episodes that are coming out now are still hysterical. One of my favorite episodes is when I see the devil is in a relationship with Saddam Hussein, and they're crying. The show is not PC at all. It doesn't care. It's hysterical. It's messed up, a lot of things that they say about it. But you gotta just, like, be in amazement that something like this is still on the air. Especially with what we're going through right now. Like, I'm just... Every new season, I'm just baffled. And I feel like it's getting better, like, actual storytelling, but I don't know. It's crazy.
It's amazing. I think last year they had like this hashtag that they were like cancel South Park. They were just trying to see how far they could go to see if Comedy Central will cancel them, which they knew they weren't because like they make so much money off of them.
They make crazy money.
Oh my god, it was so funny. The video games are funny as hell too.
The video games are fantastic. It's part of why it's on my top 5. Dude,
fantastic.
The whole the Christmas poo.
Oh,
like the genius behind the show is just bar none. It's just stupid. It's fun. It makes my top 5.
Bill Hader's a writer on it too from SNL.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a writer on South Park.
I don't know.
But yeah, great show. My number 4 isn't a comedy. My number 4 is Star Wars. It is
which one?
If I had to pick, it'd be Clone Wars, but I would, the canon Star Wars of Star Wars.
I'm just saying that's 2 in a row that you picked generic ones.
I know it's tough.
And the first one wasn't even properly defined.
It was. I'm telling you, they're Looney Tunes. We're gonna figure this out next week. We're gonna have a debate about Looney Tunes.
I know it's a fact, Grace. It's a fact.
Not a fact. Where do they sit on the table of cartoons then? Back then, it was Looney Tunes and like not Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera. That's it. Anyway,
go ahead. Tell me why you like that.
So Star Wars Clone Wars would definitely be number 4 for me. The amount of in-canon storytelling that happens is more than you can possibly ever get in any movie. Rob's been a huge advocate for Star Wars going into TV to flesh out storylines, to flesh out characters because the world is so big. And this is basically, to Rob's point of Star Wars fleshing it out in a medium where you can literally do anything, in an animated medium where you could do almost whatever you want in line with what goes on. There's some episodes that are very ridiculous, and some that are very like, why is this a thing? But when it is good and better than most.
Awesome. I just Googled Tom and Jerry. It was originally Hanna-Barbera. Was it really? For the first 114 episodes, then for MGM, and then Warner Brothers bought it out, making it it's under the thing, but it's still not Looney Tunes. It's its own thing.
Warner Brothers cartoons are Looney Tunes.
No.
So wait, I know. So I'll say Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, not Looney Tunes.
Correct. Just like Tom and Jerry, not Looney Tunes.
But Tom and Jerry is in the style of Looney Tunes.
Just because it's in the same style doesn't mean they're the same.
Quacks like a duck, sounds like a duck.
It's a duck voice on a machine, Chris. That's what it is.
It's a Looney Tune. That's what it is.
Anyway, my number 3 is Justice League the Animated Series. So, like, this is my superhero pick. Out of all the shows, a lot of people are like, Rob, I'm surprised X-Men 92 wasn't there, or Spider-Man. For me, it was the Justice League that really fully cemented me as a comic book fan in this genre. Like, I got to experience so many different characters, so many different villains, bigger than life threats that we didn't get. And, like, of course, this further introduced me to the other shows, like, you know, Batman, and, like, kept me going on, like, all the superhero genre.
Well, you know Batman was first, right?
I know Batman was first, but I watched Justice League and then I watched Batman when I was younger.
Oh.
So, like, this got me into all that. Which was... I was fine with it because I was like, I got to see more villains and more heroes. Like,
yeah.
It really buffed up my knowledge on, like, superheroes and, like, the comic books. And then whenever I go in anywhere, people are like, oh, is it Batman so-and-so? I was like, actually, I watched a TV show about this, and this is what happens. And
Did you have... Question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Justice League episode?
No, they're all blurred together for me.
it's all one episode.
it's all one episode. So.
You need to rewatch it.
I haven't rewatched it in years. It's
technically Justice League, which is the main 7, and then it goes to Justice League Unlimited, where it opens it up to like the DC.
Yeah, that's the one that I watched more. Yeah. I think because I remember. Yes, the whole music, and then like you get tingles in your stomach. You're like, oh my god!
You're like throwing your cereal bowl in the air.
No, look at me. Do you think I threw away food? No.
Just the milk.
I put the cereal to the side, jump up and down, and then I pick the cereal back up. I was very efficient with my cereal.
Very efficient with cereal.
All right. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Rick and Morty.
That's not the name of the show. Oh, Rick and Morty. That's the name of the show.
Rick and Morty is number 3 for me. It is the funniest show on television, in my opinion.
It's fantastic.
That is currently still on. It took what South Park did and just somehow, like, when you never thought it was possible, up the ante of non-PC intelligence, but not offensive because it's too smart to be offensive.
It's still offensive, but I love it, so it's fine.
I mean, I love the offensive regardless because I'm not PC myself that much, but
I know I have to correct you all the time.
I think yeah, sure. I think like Rick and Morty is just, it's also something that is intangible, right? Like when it's on, you're like, I can't wait to see it. It's a show that I DVR and make sure is on my DVR more so than a lot of the live shows I watch. It's quotable, yes. Ridiculously quotable in a very short amount of time. Where we're only on sauce. Like, right? We're only on season like 4, 3.5.
Three and a half, yeah.
It starts next week, I believe. Ooh. It's coming back.
And they take such big breaks between seasons, but the fan base is still so strong with it. Like I love it.
Well, also they said that was the biggest break they'll take now. Now they're going to be more consistent, hopefully.
I think it didn't make my top 5, but like it's definitely an honorable mention. I love it.
It's hilarious. I think I've watched it 2 or 3 times over. Every personality dynamic is so realistic.
Yes.
Like, you know, Rick is just the drunk, alcoholic, heartbroken, angry old man who's smarter than everyone, so he's a dick. Yeah. Morty is the, you know, indecisive teenager trying to figure it out with hormones and has no confidence. Jerry is a loser who has the wife. Jerry's hilarious.
Chugging wine every chance she gets. She can't cope with everything.
Yep. Summer is like not popular but not unpopular but thinks she's popular.
Yes.
She's every personality is relatable. The situations, even though it's like aliens and everything else, is realistic.
What about Birdman? He's fantastic.
Oh, Bird Person?
Bird Person. Sorry, that's right.
Love Bird Person. One of the funniest things to me, for no reason, is like when Bird Person dies at the wedding, how he's just like, like he does like a call as he's dying. Yes. I'm very excited. I hope they bring back Phoenix Person because we saw at the end of that episode. We
saw Phoenix Person. He's like robot and shit, and like he's going crazy. I am that wedding. Person. That
wedding in general is hilarious. Like,
wasn't she a spy too? The wife?
She's a spy. She's also like in high school. Her parents are also spies. And the singer who's doing like the jazz rap is fucking hysterical. And he's got like testicles hanging from his chin. Like, all the aliens are ridiculous. All the people are... Jazz rapping for an alien mile is hilarious to me.
All right.
Yeah, it's just brilliant.
My number 2, deservedly so, is Looney Tunes. You had it way too low on your list. Looney Tunes is the cornerstone.
I don't know how you have them that high if you can't define them.
Oh my God! You don't know who they are. You think Tom and Jerry's a Looney Tune. I'm not fighting with you anymore.
Your views are garbage, okay?
Your views are garbage. They're hot garbage. Anyway,
hot garbage.
Looney Tunes is the cornerstone of modern day cartoons. Something that are timeless that you can watch now, and they hold up just as well as when you were a kid. Bugs Bunny, one of the best written characters and one of the biggest personalities in the world. They all have rides at Six Flags. I mean, how many people have a ride at Six Flags? That's because these people are amazing. I still love watching Taz. I love watching Tweety Bird and Sylvester. All these characters are timeless to me.
I think Tom and Jerry are better than Tweety and Sylvester. I do. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion. I think they're funnier.
They are not.
I think they're funnier. I think they're funnier.
The grandma's hysterical, and then like the giant red monster. What's his name?
I forget. Foghorn Leghorn, man.
Foghorn Leghorn's great.
Space Jam.
Needless to say, Space Jam.
Dude, Lola Bunny was on my list.
Dude, Bugs Bunny.
I know it's weird, but she was on my list.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I'm just gonna move forward, even though we all agree with him.
Oh, I'll say it again.
We all are on the same page. We're just gonna pretend we didn't hear it.
I'll say it again.
But like, seeing one of my favorite episodes is the opera episode with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, and they're singing to each other, and he's all dressed as a woman, and I'm like, this is fantastic. This is perfect.
Yes. Love it. Loved all the movies they did. But my thing is, I do think it holds up well. I think the jokes hold up well. Some of the racial stuff is very blatant, like the way black people are portrayed in there. A little much.
I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to hear that over your Rick and Morty shirt. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that show being PC at all.
No, but like the way it's
South
like
Park too.
Visually is a little much in Looney Tunes. It's very old school.
It was made in a different time.
Bro, some of when it's on TV, they have to do like the disclaimer of like, this show is old. We do not have the same views of today. And I'm like, ooh, that's awkward. But I agree. I love Looney Tunes. I think there's 2 to 3 generations of people who grew up on Looney Tunes.
I think, I've only dropped that Anvil on my brother twice because of the Looney Tunes.
Hey.
So I think we're doing good, right? All right, what's your number 2? Or you're number 1?
I'm at 2.
What's your 2?
My 2 is Boondocks.
Really?
Boondocks. I love the Boondocks. Okay. It is brilliant.
Top 5... you remember, this is the top 5 cartoon series of all time.
Hands down.
And you're putting Boondocks, even above Rick and Morty.
Have you seen it?
No.
There you go.
I've seen a handful of episodes.
It is... checkmate. It is the funniest cartoon I've almost ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. Arguably up there with Chappelle Show. It is brilliantly like societal, kind of talks about hard topics. It is in a style that I could only like kind of like describe it as black anime.
Oh.
There's a lot of like kung fu stuff. There's a lot of fighting stuff that's really funny and well done, choreographed like an anime. It is so like culturally relevant. It is a hysterical, genius, situational like black comedy in America that is underrated. I'm so happy it's coming back for HBO Max. I'm so happy they're putting the 3 seasons up on HBO Max. It to me is one of my favorite shows ever, and I could rewatch it any day. And part of this list to me is I can rewatch it any day and laugh just as hard as the first time I watched it. Like the jokes don't get old.
Fair enough.
Where like certain like Rick and Morty, hilarious. I can watch stuff and laugh, but if I know the line's coming because I've repeated the line so much, it's not as funny.
Okay.
Boondocks is the opposite. I can laugh as hard as I did the first time, the same as I did the 7th time.
All right, my number 1, without a doubt, it's not even my number 1. It is the definitive number 1 best comic.
For you.
Best cartoon.
For you.
people are going to comment down below and are going to agree, all right? I don't even need to worry about it. It is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes. Watching Aang, Firelord Zuko, watching everybody. Well, he's not Firelord.
Danny Zuko?
No, not Danny Zuko. Not Grease. Grease lightning did not come in. There was some purple lightning in There is some lightning in this show. This show follows the story of Aang. I don't even need to explain it. You guys know it. Fantastic. The show takes you on such a journey, makes you grow from like your little world perspective, and takes you throughout this journey of this young man, and you feel a lot of it, especially watching it as a young kid. I learned a lot of life lessons from this show. Looking back, I didn't realize how much I learned from this show. I mean, you look at Uncle Iroh, and you see how much he teaches Zuko, and how he's able to turn Zuko from this evil, dark person into one of the best lighthearted people in the world that, you know, we could depend on. Like, the character arcs for all these individual characters are so well written and well developed. The fight scenes are amazing. I definitely teared up countless times watching this show.
It was on Nickelodeon, right?
Yes. It's able to invoke emotion, and I'm a sucker. If you could invoke an emotion from me, that means you're doing your job right. Whether it's fear, comedy, horror, love, anything. Like, this show has all of that. I can't tell you countless times that I thought certain characters were going to die. I mean, yes, I was younger and I was naive, but still. Like, and this show still holds up to
I was 22, you know.
I mean, yeah. I've rewatched it. I can't tell you how many times, but nice. I'm due for another rewatch. I haven't watched it in a couple of years.
I've seen episodes here and there. I've never done a full watch.
This is your alley.
Everyone says like this is what I should be watching.
This is your gateway drug to anime. That's how I saw it. Like,
it's what I'm afraid of, man. Like I don't know if I want to be that.
If you already watched Dragon Ball Z, which like when I was younger, I was watching Dragon Ball Z and this at the same time, right? Then like this is like the American anime, right? And like, oh wow, that gets you into it. Dragon Ball Z. Now, like, I want to see these epic action stories that are animated. Oh, here's Naruto. Here's One Piece, and it started me on my whole journey, which I'm sure a lot of other people could feel that way. And if you start that journey, I'm just going to be very happy. But I don't think you will. But that'd be awesome. We could start a whole nother show, the Jersey Anime Crew. We could have a whole nother thing.
I mean, I could also just watch Avatar and be like, I like this, and then not watch anything else.
That's fine. I think you should watch this. Like, I think, like, if I had to recommend any of these shows to anybody that we have been talking about, this is my number one show. Nice, man. All right, what is your number one?
My number one is what I thought yours was way too low. The Timverse. It to me, it's all one linear story. Whether it's Batman, Superman, Justice League, it is a brilliant gateway. Like you were saying, how Avatar is a gateway into anime and that type of storytelling. I think the Timverse is the perfect gateway into DC Comics and comic books and characters. Again, Harley Quinn, who is the fourth pillar of DC right now, was created in this show, not in the books.
Yes.
You know, the Batman stories told in that show alone. If you made me pick one show, it would be Batman. To me, is still the greatest cartoon series of all time. Whether it's the tone or how they did the art or the voice cast alone is unreal.
True.
And the storyline, stuff that made you cry, stuff that made you laugh, stuff that you were on the edge of your seat for. It has it all. I think it was a brilliant time to be a kid in animation in the 90s, where you woke up to either Fox Kids or Kids WB and got to watch anything from, you know, WB slate from Batman, Superman to Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh to Jackie Chan Adventures to Lucha Libre.
Lucha Libre, that was so fun. Oh my god.
That was a fun show.
Yu-Gi-Oh was good.
Yu-Gi-Oh, early Yu-Gi-Oh was good. And then, you know, having that slate of crazy cartoons from like 8 a.m. till noon or like 7 a.m. till noon on Saturday.
And if you missed one of the shows, you felt like your whole weekend was ruined. You were like, that's it.
There was no DVR then, kids. There was no DVR. You had to set an alarm clock and wake up to watch this stuff.
And I remember asking my mom for an alarm clock to watch these, and I feel old. I was like, Mom, I need an alarm clock on the weekends, so because usually I just wake up naturally, or my mom wakes me up for school. And I was like, Mom, I need to wake up for cartoons. She's like, it's the weekend. I'm not getting an alarm clock. I'm not setting it. I'm not waking up. I was like, Mom, if I miss
You can't miss
Goldar
an episode!
fight the Red Ranger, we are going to have words. We're going to throw down, Mom. If
You're
I
like,
miss,
Mom, Ash has a gym battle this weekend. I can't miss it.
Yugi and Kaiba are going to fight Exodia in a bare-knuckle contest in the UFC arena. And you want me to miss that?
He's in the Shadow Realm. I need to know what happened. Somehow these cards affect real life. I remember my mom bought me a it was cool. It was this old school alarm clock with the bell.
Oh, really?
And it was a Marvel alarm clock.
Oh.
So each hour was a different hero, and it had this red dial. So I'd set it on set for Saturday morning so I wouldn't miss shows. Because again, no DVR, kids.
Do you remember who was at what for the time? Like, if you set it for 7 a.m., was that Captain America? Like, who did you set it to?
Oh, man. 12 o'clock on the top was Cap.
Okay.
Then it was Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
Thor, Iron Man was like 3 or 4. Hulk was 5. And 6 was, crap. I should know 6 because it was always like, wake up at like 6:30 or 7:30. 6, I think, was either Black Widow.
Okay.
Or it was a female character.
Okay.
I think it was Black Widow or like She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, yeah, you had some of the villains, like Doom was there, Magneto, Wolverine.
Ooh.
It was a great clock. It broke years ago.
Did you
But
try to find a new one of that same
no,
clock?
I didn't. Because then you had phones and, like, alarm clocks on your phone. But it was a really cool, like, classic alarm clock, and I'd set it for the weekend. My mom would be pissed because she'd wake up at the... And I'd get up and, brush my teeth.
Mom, it's Captain America time! Let's go!
Get the giant salad bowl and fill, like, half the box of cereal in it.
Wasn't that the best?
Oh, God, 90s. I miss the 90s so much.
Ate so much cereal watching cartoons. That's the thing. We should do a top 5 of cereal.
Do you ever have to do the where you have to, like, okay, I could either watch this or this.
Yeah.
Because it was at the same time, and, like, new Batman
channels.
was on Fox, but new Pokemon was on Kids WB, and you'd have to choose which channel you were going to watch.
I usually just left it on the one channel. I usually just took the L. I was like, you know what? I'm missing it. That's fine. I'm not changing the channel. I barely understand how to turn the TV on.
Yep. And, like, I know I couldn't miss, when I was a kid, I couldn't miss any of the Timverse, which is why it's my number 1. I couldn't miss, like, the new Pokemon episodes. And I couldn't miss, like, Jackie Chan Adventures. Or Power Rangers. But Power Rangers was usually a little later. So Power Rangers was easy to catch.
Power Rangers you always got, because it was always on. Even if you slept in, you'd be like, oh, I know I got Power Rangers.
Yeah. But that's how it was back in the day. You had to wake up on your day off earlier sometimes than you had to go to school. And there were days, remember, like, the slate of, like, I think it was back in early Pokemon with the Orange Islands, where you had, like, 3 new episodes in one day.
Oh,
like,
my God.
out.
I lost my mind.
Dude, the gold mine.
I was like, 3 new episodes. I go, Mike, we got 3. Mike was always
3
like,
episodes.
We're doing it.
Why is Mike?
Because Mike, like, if I was like 6, Mike was like 4. Like Mike's 2 years younger than me, and back then 2 years is a big difference. Now we're like almost the same. But like, I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. He's like, oh. Mike was crazy. Mike was crazy. He's a wild child.
If you got 2 new episodes or 3 on a certain week, that was the gold mine. And then you'd have like the 2 new episodes, or like sometimes they would be back to back, and then you could go watch like your superheroes on Fox before like they stopped on Fox and replayed them on Kids WB.
The worst thing about watching Saturday cartoons, though, for at least me in my house, yes, that, but like when you watch an episode and you get so hyped, me and Mike, because we're watching it together, we're brothers, we just end up fighting each other because we think we have all this power. We're going crazy, and my mom is like,
the hell out of each other.
What are you doing? Stop this nonsense right now! And then pushes us aside and turns off the TV. And I'm like, Mom, we're going to miss that. I don't care what you're going to miss. And we're like, all right, we have to. And then we made a pact. We'll do a cool fight scene after cartoons. He's like, okay,
biggest cliffhanger as a child was Ash versus Gary.
Yeah?
Charizard versus Blastoise. Cliffhanger. You had to wait a week to see the battle.
Yes. I hated that.
Or the Orange Island League, where it was the 6-on-6 with the dude with the Dragonite.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, what a battle. And that was like 3 weeks. It was like 3 episodes. It was like forever. Some of the Batman Superman crossover, they did part 1 and then made you wait a week and you're like, what? That was the worst, man. But it was also the best. It was a great time to be alive, especially when you had to, like, waiting a week takes a lot, right?
When you're like 8 years old, yeah.
When you're 8, right? Because, like, remember also DBZ, we were spoiled because it was like Monday through Thursday, every day new episode.
That was good.
And then you had to wait 3 days and more new episodes. But, like, you know, every episode was, ha! So, like, it was always a cliffhanger because nothing would happen in most of it.
All right, guys, that is our top 5 comic book. Sorry, I keep saying comic books. Top 5 cartoons of all time. Let us know down in the comments below what your top 5 cartoons are of all time. Better yet, let us know who had the better list. Did Chris have the better list, or did Rob have the better list? I think we all know.
I think your tone changed when you said
list. My tone did not change. I'll do it again.
I think it did.
We'll do it again.
Okay.
Did Chris have the better list, or did Rob have the better list?
I don't know. I keep hearing this difference. Maybe it's the speakers.
It's the connection. It's the connection. The wires.
Zoom.
It's. I'm sorry. So, guys, that is the end of this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, we really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe. You do all of that stuff that we need.
Please!
So we can keep growing. We're getting close to 100 on YouTube, which is cool. Our audio numbers are fine. Don't worry about that. We want to grow YouTube because we want you to see our beautiful faces. My face. Look at this beard. As always, I'm Rob Moran.
I'm Chris Heller.
And we'll see you next time.
Jersey Comic Krew.podbean.com. Stay safe, everybody.
Perfect.